Welcome to The Know. I'm Ashley Jenkins.
I'm John Reisinger.
And we know Rockstar's next big game coming out. That would be Red Dead Redemption 2, which hits stores sometime this fall, we think.
It's clear.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the current plan, but it's Rockstar, so it could change. But after that, what is on deck for the developer?
Well, we've got a juicy bit of gossip for you, if you want some gossip. It comes from a leaker, which is a title no one should ever have, who has been right in the past when it comes to Rockstar news. Okay, so after Rockstar releases Red Dead Redemption 2, its next game will be, pause for dramatic effect, Bully 2?
Yeah, probably. Well, according to the leaks, the game is currently in development, according to the well-known Rockstar leaker, Yan2295. Specifically, he wrote in a forum, Bully 2 is indeed in development and is supposed to be the next game after RDR.
Now, if you're wondering about the credibility of this rumor, it's worth noting.
Which is, worth doing. You want to wonder about anyone who's leaking stuff out there and see, like, what kind of track record they got.
Yeah, you want to know the track record of your leakers. It's worth noting that Yan2295 has been right in the past, including most notably leaking the existence of Red Dead Redemption 2 before Rockstar's announcement.
Although a lot of us would have liked to think we see that coming. I would have been sad to not get a sequel to Red Dead Redemption, honestly. Or, another sequel. Now, a sequel to Bully has been rumored for a while. It has, but this is the first quasi kind of close to proof or like credible thing beyond just speculation that we have that a new game might actually be in the works. Now, if you never played Bully, it was definitely considered ahead of its time in both its gameplay and the way it handled its subject matter. The game was released in 2006 during the PlayStation 2 and Xbox 360 era and gained a cult following while also managing to be hated by people who didn't understand video games at all.
Yeah, that happens. Bully followed the adventures of Jimmy Hopkins, who got dumped at the prep school Bulworth Academy while his mom and stepdad went on a cruise.
Sure.
Yeah, stupid parents. Like other Rockstar games, Bully gave you a certain amount of freedom as you explored the school and tried to earn respect while you fought preppies and jocks.
The irony is you were taking revenge on bullies. You weren't actually being one yourself, but of course that subtlety was lost on politicians and angry parents who only saw the title of the game and the violence and said, you're being a bully.
Yeah.
It was super controversial with lawmakers. The game even got banned in Brazil, and the name Bully was apparently controversial enough in the UK that it had to be changed.
It's a bad word, Bully. But controversy aside, Bully drew a cult audience of fans, and pretty much ever since, there have been rumors of a sequel. We first got word of a possible Bully 2 back in 2009 when Sean Lee, the composer for the first game, said in an interview that he would be doing the soundtrack for the sequel in the not too distant future. Yeah, that was back in 2009.
Yeah, but that's also in like Rockstar time, so it's like 2 months ago. Then in a 2013 interview with Polygon, Rockstar co-founder Dan Houser called Bully one of his favorite games, and he said he'd love to make another. Houser said at the time, I know I want to. Well, hopefully. You never know. There's a lot of directions I could go with that one. It's funny. Anyway, didn't happen, at least not then.
Meanwhile, 4 years ago, Rockstar's parent company, Take-Two Interactive, filed a trademark application with various names that, again, suggested a sequel was in the works.
But that kind of thing happens a lot, and just because someone files a trademark doesn't necessarily mean anything is happening with it. They could just be protecting their brand.
Yeah.
But it could also mean the Rockstar has been working on Bully 2 for a while now.
Some have speculated that Bully 2 has gone into development in the past and then gotten stuck in limbo. 5 years ago, Houser himself suggested that the game was going into development soon, but we never heard squat of after that.
Back then, he told Gamasutra, contrary to a lot of people, we like to take a little bit of time at the end of a game before starting a sequel, so we can wait for the excitement or disappointment and everything else of the experience to shake down and really see what we should do in the next game.
Which, I mean, hey, nobody can accuse Rockstar of not taking their time when it comes to Bully.
Or GTA, or Red Dead Redemption, or are we still waiting on another table tennis? I don't think we are. I kind of feel like that one passed, but regardless, they take their time on their games.
In the meantime, Rockstar has its hands full with the rollout of Red Dead Redemption 2. We still don't know exactly when it's coming out, but the Rockstar site says fall 2017. But if it does come out this year, it will be the icing on the cake of a year that has been chock full of awesome games.
Now, as for Bully 2 specifically, we'll have to wait and see if it pans out. We don't really have much choice. This tidbit from Yon2295 has obviously not been confirmed, but it is the most solid piece of evidence we've had in a while that there is a sequel in the works. Now, we do know that Rockstar is fond of the game, so not out of the question that it would be next on deck. Fans of the franchise have certainly waited a while for it.
What do you guys think of the rumors of a Bully sequel? What would you like to see in such a sequel?
Right, like what did the first game not do that you think the next one should do?
Yeah.
And for all your other gaming news, rumors, everything in between, make sure you like this video and subscribe to The Know.
Bully!
Don't be a bully, John.
I was not a bully, I was bullied.
Me too. Welcome to The Know. I'm Ashley Jenkins.
I'm John Reisinger.
Now we know
Good start!
Yeah, great. Strong.
Let's do that.
Strong
Take
start.
two.
Awesome.
God, why have I
It's
never
like,
heard of
like
this?
it's GTA for kids.
Yeah. Well,
Not for kids.
with kids.
Set in... Set.